So why I love making personal jewelry? The reason I love making personal jewelry because I love working with people. I enjoy working with people. I do understand and have the patience to listen and hear what people are telling me, my clients, my customers, and close my mouth and open my ears and listen so I know what to make. And I know I've been doing it for 35 years. I've done so many levels of this jewelry business, like manufacturing, wholesaling, retailing, and designing, and few other parts. So I do understand how to make jewelry and how to understand how to listen to someone telling me something important. So working with people, it's not only that, you develop this skill in long time, like in time, and sometimes people have it in them they do it with very ease, but some you have to get trained and not do the same mistakes over. So I do love working with people. Another thing I like doing, working with people, doing jewelry work, is designing. So designing part, I enjoy doing it. I've exposed myself a lot of artists and a lot of people, builders, and that kind of thing. So I've learned how to design the right way. Something, not knowing how to do the jewelry, it's one thing. Then designing something is another. So when you're designing something, you have to consider a lot of things. Some people have big fingers, some short, some long, some skinny, some thicker. So you have to understand how it's going to sit on a finger. If we're talking about ring, if we're talking about something else, it's a different story. But for a ring, you have to know how to design this ring, like if it's a diamond, if it's a color stone, whatever it is. So this is why I love doing personal jewelry, because I get to dive in deep into these questions where it's gonna matter if it's thick or thin, flat ring or a thick tall ring, or whatever I'm doing, it's gonna matter after end of finishing this jewelry. There's another thing. If we're putting a center stone in the middle of ring, that means we have to come out with some beautiful stone in the middle. If it's a diamond, if it's a color stone, what is it? The hunt of finding that right stone for that ring is a lot of determination, a lot of calling around, a lot of going after finding the right stone. When some people are making personal jewelry, they're intent to, like, they're looking for something special, and then that special piece is not everywhere. Since all these kind of stones are natural stones, they all have imperfections, they have certain colors, they're all not always consistent. So we have to find this perfect stone. That doing that part, for me, it's very fulfilling, and I enjoy doing that. That's why I love doing personal jeweler work. And then another thing is, like, when we find all these materials and everything, we decide what color gold, what color stone, diamonds, whatnot. Then we have to sit down and draw this design, like how we're gonna do it. Is this are we gonna take it tapered, or are we going to go a little bit taller, or what are we doing? Are we putting round band, circular band? Are we putting flat band? Everything we go through, there's like hundreds of combinations of this. I go through and I explain. This is why I love doing personal jewelry, because I enjoy doing all this work, and this is something I'm very passionate about. So other things I like to do is working with the gold. Like, it's amazing, like getting the color right, getting that workmanship done correctly for the client. When I talk to a personal client, I understand, because I've asked all the questions that I need to know, where to, like, focus and what to do. So I finish the gold, I finish the personal touch to it. There's different ways of making this gold. I understand that, and but, like, by asking all these questions, now I know which direction should I go. And Yeah, that's why I love doing personal jewelry, and there's so much more. But I think this would kind of give a good perspective on what I love about making personal jewelry. Is one thing I love from my retail shop and also my designing shop is I love getting the hugs, because that gives me the whole vibe that, that I've worked so hard for it. Yes, we got paid for it, but like we put so much effort into it. I love getting hugs. That makes me feel so amazing. That's why I love making personal jewelry. It's not one of those things where it's vague. You're just doing something put out there. It's also you're working for someone's jewelry to make it come true. There, I always say, you dream it, we design it, that's what's happening. I design exactly what you're dreaming, your idea to come true.